Hello and welcome. This is Notibot ENG. In a rapidly unfolding crisis in the Middle East, tensions are escalating as war drums beat louder between Iran and its regional adversaries. Meanwhile, the United States is caught in the crossfire, with President Trump's latest statements fueling concerns about a potential all-out conflict. We'll take you through the key developments, including reactions from Iran's leadership, China's surprising intervention, and the implications for global markets. Stay tuned for our comprehensive news recap. A contentious debate is brewing in Iran as hardline principlists are urging the government to maintain its stance against ongoing regional tensions. Iranian principlists refuse ceasefire amidst U.S.-Israeli attacks. Despite a temporary halt in military attacks by the U.S. and Israel on Iran's industries, infrastructure, schools, universities, and hospitals, principlist groups have opposed a 2-week ceasefire, calling for the fighting to continue. The decision was announced on Tuesday after talks between Tehran and Washington. Hossein Shariatmadari, editor-in-chief of the Kayhan Daily, has expressed his opposition to the ceasefire, stating that it would only give the enemy a chance to regroup. He questioned U.S. reliability in any agreement, saying there is no guarantee they will honor their commitments. Shariatmadari believes Iran should not let the enemy rest when they are exhausted. Meanwhile, Mehdi Khanalzadeh, an international affairs analyst close to principlist groups, has criticized earlier proposals for a ceasefire, stating that they would only embolden the aggressors. He warned that if a 45-day ceasefire were implemented, the U.S. and Israel would return with renewed strength and continue their attacks. The temporary halt in military attacks is seen as an opportunity for Iran to assess the damage caused by the U.S.-Israeli strikes, which have targeted various sectors of Iranian society. The Shard Daily reported on the devastating impact, describing rescue teams' encounters with damaged sites and the human cost of the attacks. As tensions persist, principlist groups remain committed to their stance against a ceasefire. This stance is likely to influence Iran's position in future talks with the U.S. and Israel. Meanwhile, tensions in the Middle East continue to escalate, with Israel launching airstrikes on Lebanon, prompting a strong reaction from key regional players. The situation in the Middle East has taken a dramatic turn as Israel's strikes on Lebanon have raised concerns about the ceasefire agreement and Iran's commitment to the deal. According to Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian, Israel's renewed incursion into Lebanon is a blatant violation of the initial ceasefire agreement. The U.S.-Iran ceasefire agreement was brokered by Iran and Pakistan, but Israel disputes that it applies to Lebanon, claiming that only the Gaza Strip is included. However, both Iran and Pakistan maintain that Lebanon is part of the deal. Iran has blocked oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz, which is a critical waterway for global oil supplies, in response to the ceasefire agreement. The blockage has led to a surge in global oil prices. The Iranian president's comments have highlighted the growing tensions between Iran and Israel over the ceasefire agreement. The U.S. President Donald Trump's statement that Israel's war with Lebanon is a separate skirmish has also added fuel to the fire. The situation is further complicated by the fact that Hezbollah, a Shia militia in Lebanon backed by Iran, has been at odds with Israel for years. With tensions running high, it remains to be seen how this crisis will be resolved and what the implications will be for regional stability. The international community is watching closely as the situation continues to unfold, with the potential for further escalation. As tensions escalate in the Middle East, a fresh crisis is unfolding, with Iran accusing the U.S. of breaching a fragile ceasefire in a volatile region. In a move that has raised fresh uncertainty about the timing and schedule of upcoming peace talks between the United States and Iran in Islamabad, Pakistan's ambassador to Lebanon has deleted a social media post announcing an Iranian delegation would arrive at the Pakistani capital on Thursday night. The post was made by Iran's ambassador to Pakistan, Reza Amiri Moghadam, who stated that an Iranian delegation would arrive tonight in Islamabad for serious talks based on 10 points proposed by Iran. However, the post was deleted shortly after, with an official at the Iranian embassy in Islamabad telling AFP that it had been removed due to some issues. The deletion of the social media post has added fuel to speculation about whether the delegation is still expected to arrive in Islamabad as planned. The talks, which are being brokered by Pakistan and involve representatives from both countries, are seen as a potentially significant diplomatic opening to end the war in the region. Both the United States and Iran have confirmed their participation in the peace talks, with the White House stating that Vice President Vance would lead U.S. negotiations over the Middle East conflict in Islamabad this weekend. Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has invited both delegations to further negotiate for a conclusive agreement to settle all disputes. The timing of these talks is crucial, as they are seen as an opportunity to bring an end to the ongoing conflict between Israel and Lebanon. The security situation remains tense in the region, with Israeli attacks on Lebanon continuing unabated. As tensions escalate in the Middle East, a developing diplomatic effort has brought together two of the world's most powerful leaders, Xi Jinping and Donald Trump. According to reports from Bloomberg Politics, in a surprising turn of events, Chinese President Xi Jinping has reportedly helped U.S. President Donald Trump in his efforts to broker a ceasefire with Iran. As tensions between the U.S. and Iran escalated earlier this year, Trump set a self-imposed deadline for de-escalation, sparking concerns about potential military action. However, it appears that China's involvement has changed the dynamics of the situation. Sources close to the matter have revealed that Xi Jinping met with Iranian leaders to discuss a possible ceasefire, leveraging his country's significant economic influence over Iran to persuade them to back down. The talks reportedly took place in Beijing, where Chinese officials made it clear that any military action against U.S. forces in the region would be met with severe consequences. The development marks a significant shift in the U.S.-Iran standoff, with China's emergence as a key player in mediating the crisis. This has left many analysts questioning why the Trump administration had not previously sought China's help in resolving the conflict. While details of the talks remain scarce, it is clear that Xi Jinping's efforts have helped to ease tensions between Washington and Tehran. The ceasefire bid, facilitated by China's diplomatic efforts, has also sparked renewed hopes for a peaceful resolution to the crisis. As the situation continues to unfold, one thing is certain. China's involvement has played a crucial role in helping to broker a truce, and its implications will be closely watched in the days ahead. As tensions escalate between Iran and the U.S., a worrying development has emerged in the Strait of Hormuz, a critical waterway for global oil supplies. Iran has issued a warning to vessels transiting through the Strait of Hormuz, advising them to follow alternative paths due to the state of war between the U.S. and Iran. The notice, released by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, stated that ships may be hit by anti-ship mines in the main transit routes. The Iranian Navy has stressed that all vessels must stay in touch with security forces to avoid potential collisions with naval mines. The warning comes after a fragile ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran collapsed, leaving millions of barrels of oil stranded. Oil prices have risen amid the uncertainty as the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz halted the passage of oil tankers. The U.S. has threatened to restart attacks against Iran if the agreement is breached, with President Donald Trump stating that all American military personnel would remain stationed around the region until the agreement is fully complied with. The situation has escalated further, with Israeli strikes on Lebanon killing over 250 people and injuring more than 1,000 in the past 24 hours. The UK Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper has condemned Israel's actions as deeply damaging and called for Lebanon to be urgently included in the agreement. A senior Iranian source has revealed that Iran will allow no more than 15 vessels to pass through the Strait of Hormuz every day under a U.S.-Iran ceasefire agreement. The collapse of the ceasefire has raised concerns about the stability of the region, with many analysts warning of a wider conflict. The situation remains volatile, with both sides dug in and refusing to back down. As the standoff continues, the international community is watching anxiously for any sign of calm to return to the region. Today, we examine a provocative opinion piece by economist and former Clinton advisor, Robert Reich, who tackles a question that has sparked intense debate among Americans. In a recent escalation of tensions with Iran, a strategy employed by various opponents of U.S. President Donald Trump has yielded significant results. Just hours before Trump threatened to destroy a whole civilization if Iran didn't open the Strait of Hormuz, an Iranian official announced that the shipping channel would be reopened for 2 weeks if the United States stopped bombing Iran. The U.S. subsequently ceased its military operations in the region. This swift reversal is attributed to Iran's bold move of crippling oil production and prices at the pump in the U.S. By utilizing cheap drones and missiles, Iran effectively neutralized Trump's initial demands, forcing him to reconsider his actions. This victory for Iran showcases a broader pattern of opponents using unconventional tactics to counter Trump's aggressive posturing. From China to Russia, Canada to Mexico, various nations have employed similar strategies to outmaneuver the U.S. president. For instance, when China faced tariffs imposed by Trump, it responded by imposing its own restrictions on rare earth exports, crippling U.S. industries reliant on these critical materials. Similarly, in Minneapolis, protesters successfully used their collective voice to push back against police brutality and systemic racism. Harvard University, comedian Jimmy Kimmel, writer E. Jean Carroll, and prominent law firms like Perkins Coie and Jenner and Block have also utilized this strategy of counterpressure to challenge Trump's authority. By refusing to yield to his demands, these actors effectively turn the tables on him, using their collective power to shape public opinion and policy. The implications of this strategy are far-reaching, as it highlights the limits of Trump's unchecked power and the resilience of those who oppose him. As we move forward, it is essential to understand the tactics employed by his opponents and how they can be applied in future confrontations with authoritarian leaders. That's all for today's news recap. We thank you for joining us and invite you to subscribe to our channel for continuous updates on global events. Stay informed with the latest developments from the Middle East, U.S.-Iran tensions, and beyond. Don't miss out on our in-depth analysis and expert insights. We'll be back with more news soon. Until then, good night.